Brian Johnson, and although you probably accidentally stumbled across it and have no idea why you're watching it, you are in fact watching The Dorkening.
Hello, this is Tom Kenny, voice actor, the voice of the Ice King on Adventure Time, and SpongeBob SquarePants. Meow. Oh, Gary the Snail too. Hey, guess what you're filling your eye holes and ear holes with? The Dorkening! Oh, I love the Dorkening. Very popular in Ooh, and Bikini Bottom.
Hi, I'm Lou Ferrigno. You're watching The Dorkening. And you know what? You don't like me when I get angry, so don't get me angry. You better keep watching The Dorkening.
Hey guys, this is Felissa Rose, and you're watching The Dorkening.
Hey guys, it's Courtney Palm. We're shooting Death House, and you're watching The Dorkening.
This is Anthony Michael Hall, and you're watching The Dorkening. Stay tuned, my friend's going to show you what entertainment's all about, baby.
The Dorkening.
The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations, graphic violence, nudity, strong sexual content, and graphic language. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Rise and shine, my sinners. When Father Evil starts his day, he gets a little deadly. Deadly Grounds coffee has the richest, smoothest flavor you'll find anywhere. It's sinfully delicious. Once you go deadly, you never go back. Order yours at getdeadly.com. Coffee's so good, it's scary.
Hey, happy Wednesday, everybody. You're watching The Dorkening. I almost said Still Token With. Holy crap, it's been a long day. My name's Leo. I'm the monkey behind the keyboard here. We have a kick-ass show for you, as always. And as always, powerful Brandon. How's it going, bud?
It's going pretty well. I've confirmed with everyone here that it's a good evening so far.
Thank you.
You're welcome, and thank you.
Yo.
I mean, I can confirm it's Wednesday.
Wonderful.
Steven.
I can also confirm it's a good day. A long day.
Oh, geez. So I did a little...
I love you all so much.
I did a little typo on the thumbnail. Sorry. It's been a long day. But we're here. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna talk about some dorky shit. And if you
hopefully,
yeah,
that's the plan anyway.
So real quick, if anybody can find it, put it in the chat here. I've been looking for it, and I believe it's been taken offline. Right before the show, I saw a leaked picture of Dr. Doom. And I can't find a post. It must have been taken offline, so that gives credence that it was possibly legit.
Let's
Dr. Doom's hand.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's not make the scavenger hunt go fucking worldwide, and people are like, wait a minute, you didn't even give us the right shit to start.
Yeah. Okay, so it was a
first smart ass that posts a fucking image of Dr. Doom from an issue of Fantastic Four. Oh look, he's right there. I found him. Steven logged off. No, he can do both at the same time.
No.
You don't see both his hands.
Wait, hold on. You don't have listen, you don't have to log off whenever you leave the site. Like I've heard.
Y'all are assholes. You know that, right?
Wait, you log on?
I mean, there's a lot of things that you do when you're there. Actually, no, you can probably boil it down to just a few. But yeah.
Dr. Doom?
Yeah. Okay, so right before the show,
So if he were in a porn on Pornhub, his name would be Dr. Doomy.
No.
Yes, definitely, most definitely, yes.
Okay, so like I said, if anybody can find it, put it in the chat here. It's right before the show. It was a leak. It looked like a production shot. Dr.
Why
Doom.
did you screenshot it?
Because
motherfucker couldn't even spell confirmed right on the title card for tonight's episode. And you're busting his chops about not screenshotting a leak.
Touche.
Yeah,
I mean, he only has 4 hours of
Don't
free
worry.
time this week.
I know.
Sure.
Yeah,
I had to point out the fact that screenshotting exists.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I should have, but yeah, it was
maybe on your computer.
So it looked like it was a production shot, when they do like the suit tests and stuff like that. It looked like, a metallic hand. You could see the green cloak. So it's supposedly of Dr. Doom. Apparently there's an announcement
Unpainted
coming
Iron Man
soon.
hand that fell next to a green curtain.
Yeah. And Tom Morris, Howard Stern announced that he was going to be involved with Dr. Doom. So that was the other thing that dropped today. But we know Howard Stern. He's
probably gonna show up as himself, doing like a thing about Dr. Doom, the Fantastic Four. Like, what's the deal with these guys anyway? A bunch of blah blah blah, yada yada.
It's kind of like what he did in his own movie in 1994.
I mean,
he was himself.
Yeah. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, kind of like Elon was in Iron Man 1.
Yeah.
Was he in 2?
Or was it 2? Oh, it was. Was it
2?
2?
It was 2.
Oh, okay. Well,
I could have missed something. That's why I got to ask these things.
No, you're right. It was 2. It was 2.
Who was in part 2? What?
Elon Musk.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that aged well.
Oh, Joey sent it. Hold on. Oh, this is a small one. Hold on.
That's what she said. Nope.
Yeah. Hold on. I'm gonna.
Thanks for starting the running joke for the night, William.
Thank you, Joey.
Wow, this is making for real riveting radio. I'll tell you that.
Suspense is terrible. I hope.
Nope, I don't think I can go further.
Okay,
than that
I'm just gonna share my screen. Hold on.
All right.
I know you
get to see the Pornhub.
Oh, come on, he switched that to a different screen. Come on, son.
He is a professional, so.
Okay, so you see it right there.
Hey, it's like a Drosty effect thing. Woo.
Yeah. So you see a metallic hand, and the one I saw.
You can actually like increase.
Yeah.
The size of your messenger.
Enhance. Hold on, I'll throw it into Photoshop. I'll see what I can do.
You could. Okay.
In the words of Harrison Ford and Blade Runner, track 44 left, enhance 44 right.
Enhance. Oh, you made this so much harder than it needed to be, buddy.
Sorry, it's
all you need is that gif of what's the guy's name? He was in The Hangover, and has that little piece of paper, and he's like squinting.
Leo, you just open the messenger full screen.
Yeah.
And then click on the photo he sent. Boom.
Or I can throw it in Photoshop.
There you go.
I feel like it would probably look better in Messenger.
How many technical idiots does it take to blow up a
Wait,
picture?
that's okay. Hold on. So that's Doom. We're okay.
Yeah. So supposedly that's Doom.
How?
Well, it was clearer on the original picture.
It's the hand of all the Marvel fans clutching at straws.
Yeah. Looks like he's about to force choke someone. If it's Howard Stern, he's probably about to force choke his own radio career.
Thank you so much, Joey DiCarlo from So Wizard Podcast. Love you, bud.
Are we more excited about Dr. Doom than the Fantastic Four itself?
See,
I'm just curious.
I'm hoping it's an actual comic accurate version instead of the bullshit that we keep getting every time they do a Fantastic Four movie. Like, as horribly as they handled Fantastic Four, like they.
Excuse me 1 second. What is that clicking, gang?
Yeah, I was gonna ask the same thing.
Not me.
Hold on.
It's me myself, maybe me.
Oh. It's Yo-Yo.
It's Yo-Yo.
You win the no prize.
It was you.
William out for Steven tonight, seconds before Dr. Doom gives Steve his first handy.
Oh, shit.
What the hell? That's with the glove on? That would be mightily uncomfortable, I would imagine.
Is this pick on Steve night or something?
Not for me, man. It's this dude.
Thank you, William. Checks in the mail.
It's still there.
Gave Leo the night off for picking on me. So
how you doing, Sammy?
Here comes another one to pick on me.
Yeah. A bunch of stuff has been happening, and you guys did an awesome show last week without me. So
yeah. Well, you were here in spirit. You had Brandon had a nice cardboard cutout. So
I made that in like no time flat too. I'm pretty proud of myself.
Clicking still there or?
Nope, it's gone.
Okay. Somehow the webcam mic was on.
Oh.
Sammy says she would never pick on you in public. Steve.
Fine.
So just wait till you get home, pal.
And what she actually meant is she would never pick on you in Publix, the supermarket. Everywhere else, pick on you.
Everywhere else, fair game.
And
this is the internet, though.
Yeah, she actually used to work at Publix. So,
well, I was just about to say anybody who's that joke went over everybody's head that hasn't been to Florida. So
yeah,
I mean, I've not been to Florida, but I know what a Publix is. So
you know. Oh, they come up this.
I just know what it is.
Oh, okay.
I've never been to fucking Pennsylvania, but I know what a Wawa's is.
Oh yeah,
best chicken tender sandwiches ever.
I like Publix because it's like small and they're like everywhere. It's weird in Florida.
Yeah.
There's like supermarkets like everywhere, but they're like really small. But then you go into like a convenience
Sounds more
store.
like just a market then. I'd eliminate the super.
Yeah. But then you go into a convenience store and it's like walls and walls of friggin' liquor.
Yeah.
Well, that does seem awfully convenient if you're an alcoholic.
Yeah, I know. Almost as inconvenient as we were on one of my drives. I think we're in Jersey, and we found a drive-through liquor store.
That seems
I mean, it's Jersey, so you don't want to get out of your car. So
yeah.
Well, New Hampshire has the state liquor stores where they're on the highway.
Oh yeah, because there's no tax there. Everybody hits right over the New Hampshire border. There's no taxes. You just drive. Yeah.
Yeah, and if getting boozed out were my bag, I'd be a lucky man. But as it is, every time I drive by it, I'm like, cool. Wow, that's an awful big sign for a liquor store. They're all a bunch of fucking booze hounds, huh? Fucking lushes.
Tom Morris, Brandon.
Sorry, officer.
He wants you to make Leo masks to sell on Dorkening shop.
Patent pending.
Yeah. So Obi-Wan, holy shit.
Oh man, I can't wait for the next one. Obi-2. It'll be great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It was a show. I don't know. It definitely fucked with continuity, something fierce.
Yep. Remember I said that was my concern? And
yeah.
You're like, oh, they'll do something. Nope, they didn't.
Yeah.
They just left it.
How so?
Yeah, I want to know.
Are you for real? yeah, exactly. My name is Princess Leia Organa. You served with my father in the Clone Wars. Yeah, like she had never fucking met him before.
Yeah, but she could have been being secretive.
Yes.
Why the fuck would she be secretive if she sent a secretive message on a goddamn?
Yeah, she's already saying like, "Hey, look, it's me. This is my face and my name. Here's my dad's name, where I'm from. This is how you know him.
You knew my father, not the fact that
me?
we hung out together.
Allow me to introduce myself as myself.
Maybe in the second season he does like a Jedi mind wipe on her.
Does there need to be?
Maybe there's no second season.
There doesn't need to be.
No,
everything is. It's all their black and white.
Unless it would have
crystal.
ruined like continuity even more somehow.
Well, I could see them wanting to do more adventures. Even Ian McGregor said he'd be willing to do more shows every now and then. And we got to see Qui-Gon at the end. Qui-Gon.
Have you seen the movies, or do you watch them like with sound off and only closed captioning? Qui-Gon. Yes, Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan. Kenobi.
Qui-Gon Jim.
Obi-Wan Kenobi. Those guys.
William says no second season.
Rascally Jedis. Yeah, no, there won't be a second season. There's no need for a second season.
Definitely no need.
I'm fine. I don't even think there was a need for the first season, to be honest.
Well, I read somewhere that originally they wanted to do this as a movie trilogy series.
Yeah.
And
that would have gone.
I don't.
Great.
Yeah, right.
Halfway through the first movie, we're like,
I
wish Obi-Wan would cut most of my limbs off and leave me next to a pool of lava.
I think the way they went with this, one season done, sealed everything the way they did, leading up to episode 4, perfect.
3 movies of that bullshit though.
William,
I would have been exactly like Anakin, like I hate you.
Well, we've already had 3 fucking movies we're recovering from already from the sequel trilogy, so we didn't need constant Obi-Wan lore for 3 movies. We had just it's like porridge. Too cold, too hot, just right. This was just right.
I enjoyed it.
I did too.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, what a glowing review from the both of you. So what'd you think about Obi-Wan?
Because I'm feeling defensive, you
should be more defensive than you're not really driving your point home here. It's like I liked it. Are you telling me or asking me? I'm not sure.
Okay, the duels between Vader and Obi-Wan were awesome. Where he just threw him into the fire. That was great. I enjoyed the storyline. It was more focused on Leia instead of Luke. It was a good story.
Yeah.
I do want to see the fan edit that I came across earlier. They edited it down to like
2 minutes,
an hour and 53 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I shared the link in our show chat outside of this.
William says 710 for him.
Well, I didn't pay attention to the chat that much. I saw what we were going to be discussing tonight, but I was busy recording our episodes for today.
We get it, Steve. You're too busy to check out what we talk about. I understand. I'm just busting chops.
Shut the fuck.
That was great. That was awesome, dude. Oh, hey, just put that anywhere, man.
Yeah, there goes a phone.
Oh shit, dude.
Oh no.
No.
I got like a bunch of them hanging around.
It's all right. I drop these things like nobody's business. It's basically like Hansel and Gretel's crumbs wherever I go. It's how I find my way home. Oh, it's a trail of phones. Yo-Yo must be around here somewhere. Oh shit.
Ooh, and they made it downloadable.
Oh yes, indeed. Yeah. Yeah, that's why part of what
what's this other stuff he has in there?
I hadn't gotten that far yet. But anyway.
Hopefully my internet keeps up because I'm downloading everything.
Oh, great.
Wonderful.
So if the show stops, we know why.
Well, then in that case, I'm sorry, everyone. That would be my fault.
Did he has a shorter Bad Batch season 1?
Oh yeah, he did Rebels 2.
Yeah, Rebels 1, Rebels 2. Oh, sweet. I can get caught up on Rebels with
I mean, these are edits, remember.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, cool.
You know my Star Wars collection. So to go back to William Pace, I've seen the movies. I have an extensive Star Wars collection, including the Harmy editions, 4K 77s, the D Plus editions. I'm waiting for 4K 83? Is that Empire? Or 80?
4K 80.
80, yes.
Yeah.
4K 80 is going to be the 4K edition of Empire.
I know. I can't wait to check that out.
I know.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. They're still working on it. So it's supposed to be released sometime soon. And if you don't know what those are, just Google Harmony Edition. It's going to be the best version of Star Wars you'll ever see. If you want more legit 4K 77, they found an actual 35 millimeter print of Star Wars and scanned it to 4K. So if you want to just, watch it with like the graininess.
Yeah. Look for that, kid. Look for that shit, kids. It'll really knock your socks off. How do you feel about cell shading around pictures of spaceships? Well, then you're in for a real treat. Do you like squares around things that are supposed to be flying autonomously? Well, then George Lucas has made the movie for you.
So in the chat, I'm going to put this this Reddit post that Brandon has shared for us.
Yes, indeed.
So if you're interested in checking it out, head on over there, and the guy has a download where you can download a 1 hour and 53-minute cut of season 1. It has okay,
This
so
is
he
season 1 you speak of.
Obi-Wan season.
This is not the
I'm
season one.
hopeful.
This
I'm
is not
hopeful.
the season 1 we're looking for.
Okay, so he says notable notable removals: the Inquisitors on Tatooine. I could see that. Leia's luncheon. I could see that. Yeah. The kidnapping chase, that was goofy. The Dayu chase in the fall. Well, no, I could see keeping that because it's showing Obi-Wan starting to get his force powers back. Talia's death, her role along with the rest of the refugees has been downplayed. Castle Inquisitoress, yeah, that was kind of cheesy. The snow speeders were kind of
Forced,
missized, not forced, but the sizing seemed a bit off. Lola getting hacked. I don't get that. I mean, she put a tracker on it. How could she hack Lola behind her back? It's just a friggin' tracker.
I'm assuming it gave her remote control over.
Yeah.
I mean,
wow. Not very often you see Leo being the one like, I don't know about that. You fucking were like, oh, Dr. Doom's hand, and that was fully plausible to you. But Yo-Yo has a very reasonable maybe give her some kind of remote control. Nah. That's too
not it. No.
That's no. I refuse to believe that. No, sir.
I'm sorry Jeremy can't join us tonight. He put in the chat the opening dance scene to Umbrella Academy. Holy shit, that was awesome.
Oh my god. I was like, what the fuck is happening? I mean, I wasn't ready to shut it off. I was just like, well, I'm really interested to see where this goes for certain. Yeah. And it definitely went the way the Umbrella Academy would go in such a situation. Still glad it happened though. It was great.
Thank you, Tom. Has anybody else watched Umbrella Academy?
Oh yeah, I watched the whole season.
It's still on my list, but I'm planning on watching it.
It was really good. I was very happy to see that Colm Fiore, who plays Professor Hargreaves or Reginald Hargreaves, whatever the hell his name is. I was really glad to see him more involved with the season because that dude is a fucking phenomenal actor.
Yeah.
And I feel like
a different side of him too.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Well, different and then the same,
I didn't finish it yet.
It ebbs and flows is what I'm saying. But
I'm at the part where he's who's the guy that comes back to life?
Klaus.
I'm at the point where he's testing on Klaus.
Gotcha. Colm Fiore, that actor, he should have been a much bigger deal than he is. He is the villain in my all-time favorite Stephen King miniseries / movie, and that is Storm of the Century. It's not based on any previous book. It's a screenplay that Stephen King wrote, and it was on ABC. It was a two-parter, and it stars Tim Daly as like the main character. And it takes place in like 1989 or something like that, and it's a big winter blizzard as opposed to a summer blizzard. Jesus Christ, a big blizzard that's about to hit Little Tall Island, which is actually it's a fictional island town in Stephen King's books. It's where Dolores Claiborne takes place. That was made into a movie starring Kathy Bates and David Strathairn. But what happens is this blizzard hits and they're all going to get locked on the island. So everybody is showing up and trying to buy groceries and this, that, and the other thing. And a murder occurs. It's in this dude who's never been on the island before. He bludgeons this like 80-year-old woman to death with his cane inside of her own house. And he's just like sitting there sipping on a cup of tea and eating the cookies that the lady put out when the cops show up to arrest him. And the sheriff of the island is Tim Daly, who also owns that, that package store that everybody's getting their supplies for.
Oh, he's not an airline pilot.
Wings. But the thing is, this guy Andre Lenoge, he's played by Colm Fiore, and he's absolutely like chilling and riveting in the role. Like it's absolutely amazing. And it's not to say it's like the best movie ever. I'm saying it's my favorite. And if you get the chance, I honestly recommend watching it. It's not available on streaming, so you'd have to search it out. But it's well worth it. And if you watch it, you'll see what I'm talking about in Colm Fiore's performance as Andre Lenoge. He's way up there as like one of the best King villains around, and it's never talked about outside of like the Stephen King / horror community. But yeah, to see him in this, he got to play around so much more. He was able to like be a little bit more of a jovial character than we've previously seen. And it's absolutely delightful to watch. The guy is just, he's so talented, and he deserved to get this to play around with in this season for sure. It's almost like when you see just the background bits that they used him for in the first 3 seasons, that the show's producers realize like we have a tremendous resource here that we are wasting. We need to put him as a prominent character front and center in this new season. And I think it paid off. Like it was excellent.
Well, The Boys in general has just been such a fun show to watch anyway.
Did you say The Boys?
Yeah, sorry. I
mean, you're not wrong, but yes.
Umbrella Academy. So many good shows right now. Umbrella Academy has been awesome through the 3 seasons so far.
Yeah, and in the deviations that it actually is taken from the comics by Gerard Way and Gabriel. Oh my God, I can't remember. Is it Ha? I'm sorry, I'm probably screwing up his last name, but the comics are cool and weird as it is, but man, they took so much of what was in the comics and just kind of jumbled it around, made it their own, but it doesn't feel like they disregarded the comics. They were just saying like, this is probably better for an adaptation like this as opposed to a straight comic book story. And I mean, I've been on board since the first season. I was incredibly impressed. I mean, they made Elliot Page's character in the first season like far more interesting than Vanya was far more interesting in the first season than she was in the book, The Apocalypse Suite. It was a vast improvement on the source material, I think.
I'm sure you mentioned Storm of the Century, and I know you like Stephen King. I'm not sure if you heard about the Salem's Lot film that's coming out later this year.
I have heard about it. Yeah. My buddy Alex DiVincenzo at BrokeHorrorFan.com, he actually went up and visited the sets around the area and stuff.
Nice. I didn't know that it was coming out until I saw Fangoria's piece on it tonight, and that Gary Dauberman, who wrote the screenplay for It chapters 1 and 2 a couple years ago, is directing this. So I'm even more excited to see.
Wow, that fills me with
Well,
ambivalence. I'm not as impressed with the new It movies as a lot of other folks are. I feel like there was a lot of missed opportunity and unnecessary changes made to not the story, just generally speaking, but characters specifically, like Beverly and Mike. Beverly and Mike were two of the most important characters in that entire Losers Club, and they fucking sidelined the two of them like nobody's business. They turned Ben into the kid that fucking figured out shit about the town's history. That's all Mike. That's his bag. He's the one that breaks down like everything that Pennywise has been up to over the years. And Beverly she got turned into a damsel in distress in those fucking movies. She is the badass that actually shoots It in the fucking head with a silver slug. It's her. Like, she's the one that is actually able to do it. They all suck with a slingshot and shit like they use in the book and the original miniseries movie.
Yep.
And in this, it takes her hostage. I mean, like, there's literally no precedent set for that whatsoever. Like, if it had her, why didn't it just kill her? That makes no sense. I'm just not super impressed. And, you know, also just Warner Brothers and New Line Cinema not taking advantage of properties they own. Like the whole thing with Richie, he was terrified in the original book and even the 90 miniseries by I Was a Teenage Werewolf starring Michael Landon. All right. Well, he was scared of a horror movie he had seen. It was the 80s. Why not have him be afraid of Freddy Krueger? I'm not saying you have like Robert Englund show up and be all decked out, but you could have had Bill Skarsgård decked out like Freddy Krueger and then do the whole Pennywise thing from that. You know, the janitor in the boiler room at the school, which is exactly where Richie thinks he sees the teenage werewolf. It's just like there was so much opportunity for it to be like realistic and of the time and closer to the source material. And they zigged when they zagged when they should have zigged, and then they straight up said, "Oh no, we're gonna fucking change this shit around for the fuck of it." And I think it was just not executed very well. But you know, hey, whatever. It has a cool, creepy looking Pennywise, which also defeated the purpose of Pennywise the clown in the fucking story. Pennywise is supposed to disarm kids. Like there's something off about him, but he's not supposed to look that blatantly creepy. He's supposed to be colorful and attractive. That's why it's able to nab kids. If you saw that clown as a fucking child, there's no way you would go near it. Not in a million years. If you see that clown
as a friggin' adult, you're not going to go near it.
But that's the thing. It's like always the kids that saw it's Pennywise, never the adults. So if you're like 10 years old and you see that, come on, man. I don't care how many balloons or bags of cotton candy that fucking thing has. You are not walking over to it. But whatever.
Oh, and what the fuck was it when that movie came out? People were like somebody did it out here, like in the grates. They tied a balloon. There was like random balloons everywhere, just to fuck people.
Yeah, well, that's exactly.
I remember that.
Just to fuck with people.
Yeah.
You know, whoop-de shit.
Well, in other news of stuff that should not be made, this just in, we're looks like we're getting a Who's the Boss sequel.
Oh my god. I saw something about that earlier. I completely forgot. Yeah.
It's coming to Amazon with Tony Danza and Alyssa Milano.
Finally, said no one.
And we're also getting a Goonies series on Disney Plus.
Oh, jeez.
Why?
I don't know.
Don't they know that, you know, the movie is fine? The Goonies are good enough.
Why is there no one in these boardrooms just asking, hey, why are we doing this?
What IP haven't we exploited yet? The Goonies.
The better boardroom question is that all the people in the boardroom are saying, hey, what's the best way to ruin people's childhood? And then
hold on, you're not ruining anybody's childhood.
Okay, if this ruins your childhood, you had a shitty childhood, all right?
No, I mean,
as it was.
Listen, I think you're all wrong. I think what they were saying in the boardroom was something akin to like, I love that we can make all these decisions like this for all these streaming services and movies on cocaine. It's great, right? Like, we're so clear. I'm like focused like a laser. I think that's more in line with what they're saying.
Well, yeah. In other, probably fucked up boardroom news, Apparently, there's going to be a DC announcement at San Diego Comic-Con.
Okay. Yeah, I caught something along those lines, and
yeah, it's
they made an announcement about there being
about
an
the
announcement.
merger. Yeah, it's has to do with what the fuck are they calling it? Are they calling it WB Discovery?
Warner Brothers Discovery.
Warner Brothers Discovery. That's supposed to be the new DC.
Well, yeah, I mean they own DC.
No, isn't that what HBO Max is supposed to be? HBO Max and Discovery Plus together, or is
okay?
This
it's Warner Brothers. Discovery bought.
Yes,
Warner Brothers.
Two streaming services are supposed to meld too, or is this something completely different?
No, the name of the company is Warner Brothers Discovery. That's
no shit. Yeah, I know.
That's what he was asking.
Yeah.
So then, what are you correcting us on? I don't.
No. I'm trying to make sense of all of it. That's all.
That's all.
Yeah, we don't know anything yet. It was
maybe that'll be part of their announcement.
Yeah, it was just weird that they were saying it was a DC announcement that I don't know if they're changing the DC's name but we'll find out at San Diego Comic-Con.
I don't know.
Hold on. Discovery Comics.
Wait, hold on. Why are we jumping to the conclusion that they're changing DC's name?
Because that's what the article was alluding to, but you know these articles.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd like to know the source of that article.
For the record, I wasn't correcting you guys. I was just trying to make sense of the situation.
Steven, if we're saying you're correcting us, you're correcting us. And we're correcting you for correcting us.
I was literally just going to say, and Leo's correcting you, I guess.
Yeah, hot and cutting the kettle black.
Did you all check out the Harley Quinn season 3 trailer?
I actually haven't seen it yet, but that means nothing because I am most certainly going to watch season 3. You know, it'll be fun, I'm sure. I don't doubt it. I mean, I enjoyed the first 2 seasons.
Yeah.
You know, I still think it would have been cool if at any point, like on Halloween, granted COVID was happening, but like if we would have seen, we could have seen like Lake Bell and Kaylee Cuoco actually dress up as the characters they voice, like as the cartoon versions of them. That would have been pretty cool. Because like, I mean, they are really good live action picks for the character as well. It's dead on.
Well, maybe something will be done this year. It is the 30th anniversary of Harley.
It'd be funny if they break the fourth wall and they do like one of those kind of things where they maybe like tripping balls on something and like all of a sudden they look real to one another and it's like the two of them in costume, like painted green, like what the fuck? And it flashes back to the actual cartoon. Kind of like the same thing they did in not Stranger Things. Oh my god, Gravity Falls.
I still need to watch that.
What, Gravity Falls?
Yeah,
so good. That's all I'll say. Just watch it. It's good.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Harley Quinn, man, it's gonna be a good one, I think.
Oh yeah.
I'll check out the trailer later, but yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
The other big thing that was announced was Ghostbusters Afterlife 2 in December 2023. And heading back to
they got to come up with a better title than that.
Well, the working title for them that's on the slate is called Firehouse.
Ghostbusters
like
Half-Life.
Subs.
Yeah, like the subs. Mm-mm.
So what is this? Ghostbusters 4 Part 2?
Pretty much, yes.
A Rambo treatment.
Wait, 4? What was part?
No.
Be 3 part 2.
Part 2. Yeah.
4 Part 2.
You counting Answer the Call?
Yeah.
No, it's not the same continuity.
No.
Yeah.
It's not the same continuity, but it's still
It's not part 3 though. It's not Ghostbusters 3, it's Ghostbusters Answer the Call. Very different thing. It doesn't take place, like I said, in the same continuity. It's very confusing in how they, like I said, they marketed it. That's not. I'm not saying anything against the movie. That's not a.
Yeah, but you still call Halloween 3
because the name of the movie is fucking Halloween 3. It is part of that movie series. But that's not what Ghostbusters Answer the Call is. Ghostbusters Answer the Call is a reboot of the entire idea. They don't have any of the original characters. I mean, the closest we get is a bust of Dr. Egon Spangler in the college that Melissa McCarthy's character was working at. So, yeah, no, it's not part 3. It's it's a part of the franchise, but I wouldn't count. It's like
Fooey then.
I think what Leo
it's like Rogue One. It's not a part of the official fucking saga.
Yeah, but they call Rogue One Star Wars 4.5, right?
I think
I don't know.
I think what Leo wanted to mention was he wasn't mentioning Answer the Call. I think he was mentioning the video game, which is
He wasn't, because I asked him if he meant Answer the Call, and he said yeah.
No,
he had a chance to say no. I'm talking about
the video game.
He
Is
didn't.
like
So don't try to save him,
official...
Steve. Don't try to save him. Let him drown.
Yeah.
Thanks, Yo-Yo.
I agree with
me?
I agree,
Me?
Steve.
Drown?
No, Leo. He was talking about Leo.
Oh.
Let Leo
Said,
drown.
don't try,
He hoisted
Steven,
himself
don't
upon his own
Steve.
petard. No, I do know what you're getting at, Steve, and I do agree with you that up until Afterlife came out, that the Ghostbusters the video game was most certainly Ghostbusters Part 3
movie.
Yeah, for sure. You can still play that game / watch the cutscenes and what have you, and have that be Ghostbusters 3 and think of Afterlife as 4. For sure. But I mean, as it is right now,
I was just trying to make funny of them just calling it, Ghostbusters Afterlife Part 2, because
it's so goofy.
I think what Leo was making a joke to that, because in the Rambo movies, you had Rambo, then Rambo First Blood Part 2, and it should have been First Blood, Rambo Part 2, First Blood Part 2. So it should have been
Second Blood?
Rambo 3. So it should have been Rambo 3, First Blood Part 2. So that's what it should have been.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph, that is.
I think you're reading.
My fucking nose bleeding right now.
No, I was gonna go more like Street Fighter, the game, the movie, the game.
Do we have to think about Street Fighter the movie? Do we have to bring it up ever?
Yes. Yes, because you had
Blanca's like 70% bad, guys, because he watched a bunch of YouTube videos, essentially.
I still can't believe they made a game of the movie.
I can,
and it was glaringly awful.
Yeah, it was. Oh my god, it was so terrible.
Anyway,
killed off Raul Julia's career.
I feel like the cancer did that, but yeah, you should have saved the want for that.
Yeah. Okay. Everybody watching Miss Marvel, of course.
Oh yes, absolutely watching Ms. Marvel.
Did not watch today's.
No,
I did watch today's.
It's really good. I'm kind of, well, I don't want to spoil anything.
I'm not going to spoil anything either, but I want to pick all you comic nerds' brains. The very ending of the episode, she's like back in a certain period.
Gotta get back in time.
How is she?
That's all I can sing before we get copyright dinged.
Yeah, I know it's not till the next episode, but is this any of this? Like, I know it's part tailing into her lore and stuff, but is any of this stuff of her history and stuff in the comics, or is this totally different?
That I don't know.
It's definitely different-ish. I can't say for certain until we know for a fact where it is.
Like the gauntlet, like the thing.
Oh yeah, that's for the show. They made that for the show. Yeah, no. In the comic books, she has the Inhuman gene. She's exposed to the Terrigen Mist. She goes through Terrigenesis and she develops stretchy powers. Like she can just kind of like stretch, change like the size of her hand, like her general size, I think. But that's about it. It's not like on the same level as like Mr. Fantastic. But like when it comes to the show,
yourself big.
Yeah, I said she could like change her size.
Yeah.
But with her change in powers for the show, I completely understand why they did that. Because with the energy thing that she's using, that she has, she's doing a lot of the same things. It's just like solid energy constructs instead, including like stretching her arms and making a giant hand and all that jazz. Like I've said before, the Fantastic Four is going to be a flagship franchise for Marvel Studios with everything moving forward. And Reed Richards is honestly just a character steeped in the history of the company and they're gonna want his power set to stand alone from anybody else's. They're trying to make people like characters as unique as possible. And that certainly would take away from Mr. Fantastic, because especially with Ms. Marvel coming out first, people might turn around and be like, oh, so like he's just gonna, they're just gonna rip off their own character with Mr. Fantastic, like he can stretch like she can. It's like you get it kind of backwards on that one. But once again, he's going to be front and center with the Fantastic Four, and his abilities, they range so much farther and deeper than what she's able to do.
I have a question. How can you be center in 4 people?
Because Herbie the Robot is actually there as well, just off to the side. So, boom, front and center.
Okay.
Fucking
Thank
test
you.
me.
Thank you for clarifying.
But yeah, it just makes sense to differentiate it and keep it like a somewhat separate thing. However, like Leo was saying, like you don't want to spoil anything about this episode, but I mean, I did kind of theorize a bit, saying like, oh, there may be more to this whole Jin thing than what we're assuming from what they've said in the show. And I said like, you need to think about like the region from which they hail. If this was like an advanced race or anything like that, through like oral tradition and passing stories down and not being able to understand like advanced science and what have you in front of them, they might refer to those things as magical and they become Jin. But we may very well have seen something akin to like the Inhumans. They may have been like Kree that dropped down thousands of years ago, did some experiments, and kind of caught, did a whole Inhumans thing, like, and that's part of the reason why, yada yada yada. I don't know.
So it's ancient Marvel aliens.
Aliens. Kree. But yeah, I mean that's part of the whole thing with the Inhumans, is they were experimented upon to try to see if like human DNA could be like strengthened, it could be enhanced, and part of their whole rites of passage is going through these things called the Terrigen Mist, and it basically activates this mutant gene locked within their DNA. And some, you can get abilities, and they can be wonderful and really enrich your life and enliven you, or they could also be like cool badass powers coupled with a horrible physical mutation, or the powers themselves could just be like a curse. Hence Black Bolt. When he went through the Terrigen Mist, he developed that like supersonic voice, and ever since then he hasn't been able to speak without causing utter mass destruction.
So how they take bits and pieces of comic lore, and that's how they're building the Marvel universe. What you said there, thinking about today's episode and how they showed the 2 different places.
Yeah.
And how something like when the barrier dropped, you saw like a mist.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe
Yes,
that could be maybe that's maybe at the end of this they introduce mutants,
or Inhumans.
Well,
I mean they just had the Eternals, and you got all that shit with the Celestials. We know a little bit more about the Kree from Captain Marvel, which had been started in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
So, if we're really trying to get a full idea of what it is we have on Earth and beyond, I mean, getting the Inhumans properly introduced into the MCU and doing our best to forget that Ike Perlmutter piece of shit on ABC, this might be a way to go about doing it. Yeah, so the CGI dog was cool, and everything else was terrible.
Pretty much.
But yeah, so like it could very well be this. I'm not sure, but like I've been kind of guessing it might go that way for a few weeks now. We'll see.
Yeah.
I'm kind of hoping that's the case, because I think that would be a very creative way to go about showing how they exist with us.
Yeah.
But not.
How many episodes are we getting? Do we know?
Is it
I think
6?
it's 6.
Okay, so we only have 2 left.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. I saw this. Of course, everything 80s needs to come back.
Yes, needs.
They are bringing back Mad Balls and Garbage Pail Kids. Again, I mean, they tried to bring Garbage Pail Kids back a couple years
I'm
ago.
gonna say Garbage Pail Kids have been kind of like
I got
present for a few years.
Long ago.
Yeah, see, look at that.
They're doing a Mad Balls and versus Garbage Pail Kids comic series.
Finally.
Yeah.
I was about to say, is it a comic or a game? It looks like
this. It's a comic.
That'd be a fucking weird ass game, though. That looks like something for Super Nintendo.
Well, speaking of games, a couple things. Who's playing the new Mutant Turtles?
I downloaded it, but I haven't really had a chance to play it yet.
I haven't played it yet, but it's on my list.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna have to grab it for Switch. So
yeah,
It's on my list for this weekend, so I should be downloading it.
I didn't know if I wanted to get it for Switch or PlayStation.
I don't have that option.
So. It is on sale on the PlayStation Store for it's like 10% off. So
yeah,
but it was
actually on sale on the Switch store for 10% off too. So I picked one and went with it.
Yeah. Which one did you go with?
I'm not gonna fucking tell anybody here. You gotta I got it on my PlayStation.
Okay.
4 because I can't fucking find a 5 anywhere.
Well, I mean, video cards are now available, so maybe.
Are they? Can't wait to build my own. Get it piece by piece. This was a fucking Johnny Cash song. Christ.
Have you seen some of the pictures of the crypto miners trying to sell their cards?
Why would I want something that's been so abused?
I know, but it's just hilarious. I mean, you hear, there was one picture I saw where the guy had to be like a couple hundred cards just stacked up.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Like trying to sell them?
Yeah, it ruined the market for people who actually wanted to, grab these to, play games like they were supposed to be used for. And everything's going to shit now. Can I still?
Yeah, I was gonna say that's not like the worst part about crypto, but yeah, it's not great. I had just like a few shekels in crypto because I was playing around with it. I'm like, let's see how this goes. And I cashed out at like 5 times the amount that I put in. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm comfortable with this. I'm going to remove all of my money now. And within like a month, everything started plummeting. And I was like, yep. Oh, Brandon, you are so good. Take yourself out to dinner. You earned it. You have the money.
I was not so smart. I'm still holding everything.
Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
I know.
I'm sitting there every day still getting notifications like Shiba Inu dropped 200%. That's not even possible. That's not a number.
Someone dropped
I think Leo owes money now.
It's all that frozen concentrated orange juice he sold.
My God.
No, nothing.
That sounds familiar. Oh, wait. Is that Trading Places?
Yes.
Okay. I told you it's not one of my favorites.
What?
I'll watch Coming to America before I watch Trading Places every time.
But they're in the same universe.
Yeah.
Whoopty shit. Okay, so
I don't think that changes the argument.
Yeah. I mean,
it's a prequel.
So is Iron Man and Thor: The Dark World. That doesn't mean I have to fucking like them both.
You gotta watch them both, though.
Do I?
And I did. I've seen for real, but I have seen them both. It didn't say I wouldn't watch it. I've said I've seen it, and it's okay. It's all right.
Yeah.
I would much prefer watching its sister movie Coming to America because it's much funnier and better, in my opinion.
Both are.
I said the same shit like last week.
Yeah, yeah, you did.
I'll say it every fucking week until the end of time. I don't care. I was gonna change my opinion on that. Eddie Murphy is a fucking riot and super talented. I didn't know until I was like easily 12 years old that he was playing the old Jewish guy in the barber shop. That blew my fucking mind. But yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Two old guys fucking ruining people's lives is infinitely a better movie.
It's a good Christmas movie.
I didn't say it was better.
Yeah, you are correct. You didn't say that. I inserted that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it too.
And that's good. No, like Dara was the opposite of me. She grew up seeing Trading Places. She really likes it.
Yeah.
And that's great. Like, so if we want, we can sit down and have a double feature and we'll both at least see one movie we wanted to watch. Now, she actually likes Coming to America as well, but Trading Places I could take a leave, really. If somebody were like, "Oh, they're doing a 24-hour marathon for Christmas of Trading Places," I'd be like,
that's a
channel
for
the fucking day.
Can I delete that channel?
Yeah, right. How do I unsubscribe? You can't.
Better than A Christmas Story, because they've been shoving that movie 24 hours down our fucking throats for the past 30 years.
Christmas. I've never heard of it. What are you, crazy kid? Shoot your eye out.
Steven, you still have cable TV?
No.
Then how are you watching it 24/7?
I remember it as a kid that they would do it 24/7.
Okay.
Yeah, they've been doing that for a long time.
Yeah.
And then,
switch it up. Do like Die Hard 24/7.
No, because it's not a fucking Christmas movie.
Yes, it is,
no,
and I will fight that to the death that it's a fucking Christmas movie.
You would be fighting it would be the death because it's a losing fight, Steven.
Just because a movie takes place during Christmas does not make it a Christmas
Thank
movie.
you, Yo-Yo. Thank you. Just because it takes place at the same time as Christmas does not make it a Christmas movie. That, if that's the hill you want to die on, Steven, fine. Do it. Because you know what? At least you're dead. Whatever. I don't care.
I have to admit, I did put that movie in my list of Christmas movies on Pluther. But
fucking hate you. I swear to
God. But if you go to Pluther and look at Paul Rudd, you'll get a little inside joke there.
Oh yeah. No, I have seen that. That was like, you told me to go to it and I lost my shit. And you were like, I knew you'd get it. I was like, how many people have you shown it to? And you're like, too many, and not enough have gotten it.
You're the only one that's gotten it.
Really? Oh,
yeah.
Dude, I almost pissed my pants. It was hysterical.
So let me bring it up.
I mean, talk about a long time gag.
Are you guys familiar with the joke?
I am. All right. So do you know about Paul Rudd going to be interviewed by Conan O'Brien? Like either when he was doing late night or showing up on Conan on TBS.
Oh, is it about the Mac and Me thing?
Yeah.
He's always there to promote a movie.
Yeah.
And it's a new movie, whatever he's currently in, but then they're like, oh, show the clip. And it's always the same fucking clip that he plays from Mac and Me with the kid in the wheelchair flying down the hill and over the cliff. And Leo, like when I first started podcasting with you guys and everything, he was like, "Oh, go check out the Paul Rudd collection." And I was like right here, and he saw my face when it happened and everything. I opened it up and I almost pissed my pants laughing. Like I lost my shit. And Leo was like gleeful in how much I was taking delight in it. He's like, "No one gets it. Yeah. No one." I was like, how
now there's two people here that get it.
Fucking great, dude.
Well, hopefully there's 4.
No,
I still don't get it.
Oh.
No, not at all.
So
I refuse.
I refuse to get it. I am actively not getting it.
Leo gets it, obviously, because he created it. Brandon got it first time, and now I got it. So
okay. So what's up with Miracle Man?
Oh, you tell me, you fucking.
Who put that in the chat?
I did.
Miracle Man? What the hell is that?
Okay, so back in the day in Britain, they saw that the Captain Marvel Shazam comics were doing incredibly well. So a creator over there made a character known as Marvel Man. And Marvel Man was a young man who was granted the ability to say the word Kimota, which was Kimota, and it's the word atomic with a K spelled backwards. And whenever he said it, he would turn into Marvel Man, a superhero with like a suit, and he could fly and was invulnerable and really strong, really fast. And eventually, Marvel Man was able to imbue his powers to a few other people. Like there's Lady Marvel, then Young Marvel Man, and Kid Marvel Man, and it was a Captain Marvel, Captain Marvel ripoff, straight up.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where they got pushback from, I don't know that it was Fawcett. It might have been DC, but probably Fawcett, where they're like, dude, you can't use the name. Or maybe it might have been Marvel Comics that did it. And so they changed it to Miracle Man. And that's that. It was it was a fun kind of chintzy, 60s book and what have you, 50s, 60s.
Okay.
And then in the 80s, it was brought back by Eclipse Comics, I think, a British comic book company, and the writer that started it off, like the first 8 issues or something like that, was Alan Moore. And of course, Alan Moore did what he does best with superhero comics. He did a full-blown deconstruction, and it was, he showed him detached from humanity and what happened to like one of his little junior sidekicks there, young Marvel Man, Miracle Man, what do you want to call him? I think he like lost his mind. He snapped, and he goes on a fucking rampage all across London. Like, it's bad. But then Neil Gaiman came in with artist Mark Buckingham, and they did like the last section up to like issue 24 of Miracle Man. And that's been the last of the new stories of the character for 30 years. And a large part of that is because the character was purported to be owned by several different people / entities. One of them being Todd McFarlane. And it got to a point where they finally just a few years ago, very recently for the most part, came to a court decision. And it was that Marvel Comics gets the rights to Miracle Man, and Neil Gaiman was able to hold on to he gave them the rights to his character Angela that he created for Image Comics, as like a thank you for getting the rights, all what have you, blah blah blah. And that was one of the parts of contention of the whole contest too, is because Todd McFarlane really wanted to be able to use Angela with his Spawn stuff, and that was nixed. Angela's actually part of Marvel Comics. Like, they brought her through in like Thor and actually made her like an Asgardian type character or whatever. But they finally were able to reproduce and release all those comics, the old ones from when the character was first created, like the original stuff, and then the things that were written by Alan Moore and Neil Gaiman. I said Dave Gibbons, the artist from Watchmen, sorry. And Alan Moore, being Alan Moore, refuses to have his name on any of that stuff. So if you buy the reproductions of the Miracle Man comics he wrote, it will say by the original writer. That's how he's credited. And they're really good. I mean, they're dark. It's like, you have to realize this is like British superhero deconstruction. So it's not sunshiny by any stretch of the imagination. It's bleak. It's violent. It's in your face. It can be graphic at times. But it was excellent, and especially when Neil Gaiman took over, because it started to take on a bit more of an ethereal quality, which he is just masterful with working in that arena. And I actually that's one of the few things, like, I'm a comic book reader. I've never been like an avid collector, like I have to get old books or anything like that. But because you couldn't find it anywhere, I actually hunted down every single issue from 1 to 24 of Miracle Man. I have the entire comic book series, and I'm very happy and proud of that. One of them is actually signed by Neil Gaiman. And oh yeah, it was great. Like that, I was so pleased. I was pleased as punch when I completed that collection. I'm still very proud of it. I will say, however, that within 2 months of me finally completing the collection, that is when the court decision was made, and Marvel was like, "Oh yeah, we're gonna fucking reprint everything." I was like, "You guys are assholes." So who's been following me this whole time? I want to know. Were you there when I bought the last issue, you pricks? And I thought the guy in the Marvel T-shirt with the sunglasses and wire in his ear was kind of suspicious looking. Powers just bought the book. Yeah, no, go ahead, reprint everything now. No, it's not refundable. They won't give him his money back. All right, let's go.
Well, the good thing is, if it are they talking about doing a movie, or is it just reprinting?
Oh no. They reprinted the original in this August. Neil Gaiman is back with Mark Buckingham, starting the next chapter from what they had been working on 30 years ago, and it's called The Silver Age. And
okay.
I cannot fucking wait. Like, I don't want them to make this into a movie. It would not be a good movie. Like, it's not meant for that. It is meant for the medium it's being made in, for sure. Especially considering that it's Marvel at this point. Like, I don't want Disney to have any kind of fingers in that pie if it comes to making a live action thing. No fucking way. Because it's not for families. It's not for children. The earlier stuff with Alan Moore is really like rough because that's how he rolls. But even with Neil Gaiman, it's heady, and he's not pulling punches. It's not written for titillation of kids and families.
I was just getting at, if they make a movie, then the original prints are going to be worth a good amount.
The fact that they're continuing on for the first time in 30 years, that's going to actually make those originals go up too. But that's not the goal for me.
No, I know, but it's a benefit.
Yeah. But once again, like,
it's comics with benefits.
Yeah, that's fine. It was beneficial to me that they reprinted, because that meant I didn't have to worry ever, because I did read every single one of those issues. I had to. It was the only way I was going to get the whole story. But now that's the only time I ever have to crack those open and read them, is because I bought the reprints, and why wouldn't I just go to that instead? But yeah, it's an excellent story. And Neil Gaiman is like usually batting 900. It's a very rare thing for me to read anything by him where I'm disinterested or bored. The rare thing that I've read by him that I don't even think it was his fault. I think it was just the source material itself was Eternals. And that was before the movie. I was bored to tears while reading that book. I'm good. This is going to be exciting, though. These guys have had 30 years to really roll over a lot of the ideas that they had, and they've seen so many different trends come and go that there's a lot of commentary that can be made altogether. So this is going to be a big one for Marvel. I know I'll be right there every single new issue, no question. Yeah. But I read it and I was like, oh, August, it's coming soon. Oh, goodness. This is going to be fantastic, guys. And then everyone's like, why? And then I have to go into a whole explanation like I just did for the past fucking 10 minutes.
Well, there was some other comic news that dropped this week. We didn't get a chance to talk about it on Splash Pages. We had an awesome conversation with Mitch from Terrificon. And if you haven't heard, we're going to be having a booth at Terrificon. So anybody that wants to, stop on by and, as the hosts, you guys are welcome to, be there as well.
Bring money.
Well, since I chipped in for the electricity, I'll be there.
Oh yeah, you gotta let me know what the deal is with that, Steve. Not Steve, Leo. Yeah. let me know with that, because I will be there on Saturday. So so if you want to come on by while I'm there Saturday, if you want to make sure you're not there while I'm there, don't go Saturday.
I'll be there Saturday as well. So
okay.
Well, Steve's gonna be there Saturday too. I've changed the day to Sunday.
Oh,
I'm kidding, buddy.
Yo-Yo, you think you're gonna join us?
I would have to see what my schedule looks like, and also getting there would be the other thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. I'm like dreading filling up my gas tank before I go. Fucking Connecticut. What if the two governors of the states would just listen to my bullet train idea?
Well, Brandon,
Brockton to Groton, just straight line.
Offline, I may have a proposition for you, so I'll tell you offline.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
I don't know what it is, but
Me neither.
just real quick, Batman and Catwoman are finally getting married.
Is this the comic thing that you were gonna say? Because you were like, oh, we're talking to do
comic stuff. Yeah.
Okay, just making sure this is the same.
Yeah, sorry.
kid
Yeah.
So they're finally getting married.
Finally getting married. Tom King is finally marrying them off in the final issue of Batman Catwoman.
Right.
Yeah.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Yeah, that was the same line they gave us when they were going through the whole, what was it? Oh yeah, Batman and Catwoman are gonna get married.
Yeah.
No, it's really happening, and then it didn't happen at all. It set the
Had a
status
great
quo.
issue with them doing a vacation though. So
whatever, man. That's what put me off the Bat books again, because they fucking pulled that shit right on the heels of ending that awesome arc with like the Belfry and everything, and Tim Drake in Detective Comics. And I was like, oh damn, Batman comics are fucking dope. I'll hop on this train. This is the kind of stuff I want to see. And then they just brought it all right back to everything it was, fucking bataranged around. I was like, yeah, so that was a fun ride. Instead of it being like a fucking cool race car, like fucking jetting around the city, it was a fucking merry-go-round, and I had no idea until it came right back to where it started. Like, oh, you guys suck. Next, please.
Tom Moore says he's going to be at Terrificon. Stop by and see us, Tom. We're going to be right in the main hallway. So everybody's going to need to pass us.
It's a long hallway. So
we'll make it by.
Yeah, we'll stop everybody. Like, have you?
Hey, you! Get over here!
They're toying around with the idea of bringing Alfred back. In the latest issue of Robin, he has a plan to bring Alfred back. He brought a.
Wait, hold on. Is Alfred dead?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what threw me off when you guys talked about it yesterday on Splash Pages.
Bane killed Alfred right in front of Damien. He snapped his neck right in front of Damien.
I will break the butler.
And Alfred pleading, no, not in front of the kid. And
Bruce? Was Bruce the kid?
No, Damien was the kid.
Oh, Damien. Sorry. Fucking Damien. I like Damien. He's an interesting character.
Yeah, his new book's really good. But he's trying to bring Alfred back. He has a vial of water from the Lazarus pit.
Yeah, so bringing it right back to the status quo. Great job. I am so sick of fucking no goddamn stakes in anything. No legacy, no progression.
I feel like that's been done before.
What? Alfred
back?
Came back?
Yeah.
Batman and Robin? Master Wayne, I've died. I'm not your computer program.
What's that?
Didn't they do that in Injustice?
Did Alfred die and come back in Injustice? I don't really play those games.
No, the comic.
I certainly haven't read the comic.
Yeah, I haven't read it either.
I probably should. I gotta keep my eyes peeled for when there's like a sale on it digitally or something.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember. It's been a while.
I just have a hard time with Superman's always just one day away from being a fucking bad dude. It's like, no, if that's the story you're writing, you had a fundamental misunderstanding of the character to begin with. But okay.
Speaking of Superman, I'm hearing great things about the finale.
It was super.
I saw a clip of what he does to the punch.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, man.
Respect the punch.
This.
Well, so I thought he was doing a Superman. What is it?
Falcon punch.
I thought he was trying to reverse time at
Well,
first.
I mean, they were certainly going for that.
Yeah.
He didn't reverse time in the movie. You know that, right? He traveled back in time.
Yes.
A lot of people misunderstand what Richard Donner was doing in that scene. It's just a visualization.
When I was a kid, I thought he was like reversing.
Yeah, well, it's because you were a stupid kid. Like, no. I mean, because kids are stupid, not like you specifically was stupid, Leo.
No, I specifically was probably.
Jesus Christ. Come for the geeky news, stay for the self-deprecation.
I did need a lot of glue.
I don't say this much, but I was known to eat matches.
I crush them up and sprinkle them on my deviled eggs.
No, I don't know if any other kids did this, but I remember being real young and like taking matches and like eating the not the burnt matches, but like I would eat the heads.
Were you hoping that eventually you'd like start having fire come out your mouth?
Maybe. I don't know.
Look at me.
Fire's gonna come out one day to be
lights out on a one-strike match.
Were you at opening night of Firestarter or something?
Wow.
There wasn't matches in Firestarter? Were there?
In the original movie?
Yeah.
No, I'm pretty sure she started the fires with her mind. She had pyrokinesis, flame stuff. Her father had mental domination. He could control your mind. And her mother had slight telekinesis, the power to move you.
Yes, Tom, I do remember that matches taste good.
You guys are fucking fucked in the head. I swear to Jesus. This is not how I thought this evening was going to go at all. What's your favorite condiment? What do you like to put on steak? Do you like sauce? Do you like just salt and pepper? I prefer crushed up match heads. yes, of course you would.
So what did we learn tonight? We learned Howard Stern is going to possibly be Dr. Doom. We learned matches taste good. We learned DC's doing something at San Diego Comic-Con.
Yep.
What else?
And we learned there's a picture of Dr. Doom's hand out floating in the interwebs somewhere.
Fucking unpainted Iron Man glove next to a green curtain.
Yeah.
Seriously, what was the fucking box behind Oscar Isaac's head in that truck in the fucking still from Moon Knight that everyone was like, oh, that's could be blah 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 Industries or some shit? What was it?
I can't remember what it was.
I honestly can't remember.
Yeah, but you know what I'm talking about. Because everyone was like, oh, look at the initials, look at the letters. And it's like, no, maybe that's just not what it is. And it wasn't at all, but everyone made such a huge deal out of it. That is exactly what's happening right now with some weird small photo of a fucking robot hand on a set on a Marvel production.
It wasn't small when I originally saw it. That's the only picture Joey could find because it's been wiped from the internet.
Yeah, because they're just like, you know what? This isn't even Dr. Doom's hand, but we gotta fucking squash this stupid conversation right now. Enough of the speculation, kids. Man. Yeah, so Dr. Doom, whatever. You know, they're also talking about the fact that John, I guess Sam Raimi himself has said, like, oh, they just kind of, I figured they're going to have John Krasinski in this to be like the one-off and give the fans what they've kind of been hoping for at least one time. And, people are kind of like, no, John Krasinski was perfect as Mr. Fantastic. And, was he? I mean, he was in the movie for like fucking 6 minutes or something, if that. And
You're being generous with 6 minutes.
Yeah, I think I am. And it's like I've seen John Krasinski play Mr. Fantastic and Doctor Strange, and I've also seen Spaghetti Squash in my kitchen, and I wasn't impressed by either.
I was okay with him playing Mr. Fantastic.
What's that?
I was okay with him playing Mr. Fantastic.
I mean, I like John Krasinski, but I I never understood the whole him as Mr. Fantastic thing. I just never got it.
That was a good analogy with the spaghetti squad.
Oh, I know, but thank you.
Have any of you rewatched Doctor Strange 2 since it landed on Disney?
Oh, no.
No.
I'm good. The more I think about the movie, the more I'm like, yeah, you know what? I don't think it was a very good movie. It was passable. And not because of any multiverse stuff. I don't know. I felt like it undid a lot of stuff that we had seen set up very beautifully in WandaVision, and it changed the character of Wanda so drastically, especially from the end scene of that series to what we saw in Doctor Strange. I mean, at the end of WandaVision, she's like using the Darkhold or whatever, but she like all of a sudden hears her kids calling for help from some other place. And that is not at all like even close to what her motivation is in this movie. It's not about like saving her kids or being tricked into saving what she thinks is her kids, which would have been the smarter way to go. And instead it's just, oh yeah, Wanda's fucking, she threw out all of her fucking Levi's because now she just wears cuckoo pants. Like,
well, she got possessed by the Darkhold.
But once again, like the way that they were setting it up, if they were going to do that, and that's fine. But when you lay down the foundation of like, oh, it's going to trick her into thinking she's like trying to save her kids, that's not even close to what was happening in this movie. It was just, I'm going to fucking go into another dimension and take kids. All right, cool. Like, what about that reality's Wanda? Fuck her. Yeah, I mean, that's a solid point, I guess.
But then at the end, that was the answer. You know, it was not to fuck her, but
a very different Doctor Strange movie.
Leo.
Wow.
I know that you have Pornhub on the other screen, but
I mean, we finally got that figured out.
Oh, wait till you see the one-eyed tentacle monster does in this version.
No, but I mean, you know, halfway throughout the movie, you know, it's like, what happens to the other mom? Oh, I don't care. And then at the end, you know, they show her like, you know,
she still didn't give a fuck what was going on with the other mom. It's how the kids reacted.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. Oh, they are scared of me. Yes, because you're a fucking monster.
Not sure why we're getting an echo somehow.
Is it me?
It went away.
Hello? 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 Hello?
No idea.
Hello?
Hello? Is it me you're looking for?
I got that reference.
Jesus Christ. Yes. Indeed. All right, so
wow.
Now it's back again.
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, that's weird.
Hello? Hello?
I'm gonna mute man.
Yeah.
Hello? Maybe it's me.
Maybe.
Somebody else. I'm gonna mute my mic and somebody.
That
means one of you two people with mics on or three people with mics on needs to make a loud noise when I mute mine.
Hello?
Okay.
Hello?
Steven?
What?
Okay. Yo-Yo?
Yes.
Okay. No echo.
So I probably just need to turn my gain down.
Maybe.
Hello. Here we go. I think it was me.
There was something else I wanted to talk about. I can't remember what it was.
Oh, come here. I hope you remember.
You guys mentioned DC being at San Diego, but Marvel's also going to be at San Diego too.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. No, what were you going to say, Steve?
No, you kind of just brought the shit down a little bit.
I remember.
No. What's up?
I'm just putting two and two together because I read an article a few weeks ago that Kevin Feige wanted to announce the Phase 5 plans, but the only announcement thing that they were going to do was D23 in September or August, late August, early September. But now that they're doing San Diego, two and two together, they could be announcing their Phase 5 at San Diego because they announced phase 2, 3, and 4 at San Diego. So,
well, I think they need to be careful because it could be we might be on the verge of burnout. I mean, I'm loving everything they're doing.
Yeah,
and it's awesome that we're getting something new, like every week. But there's possibility of burnout.
And are you really loving everything they're doing? It's like,
yeah,
I'm loving everything.
You know me.
I'm tired.
Well, also the fact they're still knee deep in the middle of phase 4. They should wait a little bit to announce phase 5. They shouldn't pull the trigger on phase 5 yet.
So I was looking for something to watch the other day. And I had Disney Plus open, and I'm looking at like phase 1, a lot of awesome stuff. Phase 2 was good. Phase 3, but you get to phase 4, and it's like, I don't know if I really want to rewatch anything from phase 4.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
like felt a burning need.
Yeah, it's like after Endgame, it's like it was great watching everything, but once you watch it, it's like Loki was awesome, but I don't have a need to rewatch it.
I think part of it too is we did talk about that, Tom. That
thank you, Tom.
Series. Thank you.
We landed on cocaine was the reason, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Cocaine fueled nostalgia.
Speaking of cocaine,
is Akiva Goldsman coming up now?
Somebody must have been on it to greenlight this show, but I enjoyed it, as I say. Are you guys watching odd shit on Discovery Plus like I am?
No, because I don't have Discovery Plus.
So
you're gonna tell us all about fucking ghosts who look for treasure on hiatus from Bigfoot. I don't fucking know.
I'm biding my time for all the shows Leo's mentioning on Discovery Plus, because when HBO Max and Discovery Plus come together, I have a list of all the shows Leo mentioned. So when that merger happens, I can just find those shows because I already have a subscription to HBO Max. It's just a matter of time before Discovery Plus comes on to HBO Max.
So there's a new Bigfoot show.
Oh, thank God.
It's
not enough.
No, it is a one-time special, but he said that he enjoyed doing the hunt, so he may make more.
Then it's not a one-time special.
No.
Like
but
he enjoyed. He enjoyed hunting and failing at hunting because he didn't find Bigfoot.
Well, they caught some evidence, but so it's
there are trees here. Bigfoot
it's
must
a
be
prequel
near.
to Harry and the Hendersons.
I'd rather watch Harry and the Hendersons. Get out of here! I don't even like you.
So I'm really enjoying what he's been doing. He has a ton of different shows.
Steven gets it. That was a spot-on impersonation.
It was. So Jack Osborne has been doing.
Oh, Jesus Christ! This shit
talk
again.
about this?
Fucking Jack.
No, but hold on.
Discovery Plus.
Yeah.
Why don't they just call it the Jack Osborne Network at this
They
point?
probably have to do. He has enough shows
Christ.
where he can do his own network. But he goes Bigfoot hunting with Jason Mewes. It is hilarious.
Did they get high?
No.
Then what's the fucking point?
They probably did, but it was it was
Spirit,
hilarious.
Steve. That's why we're friends. I don't fucking get it. Me neither, buddy.
So if you're looking for something fun to watch, it's hour and 45 minutes. Jack
that you'll never get back.
Jack Osborne and Jason Mewes hunting Bigfoot in I think Idaho.
Is it? No.
They're hunting for Bigfoot, but they come across a potato field.
I'm just like, is Idaho an agreed upon like hotbed of fucking Bigfoot activity? This is literally.
It was funded by Five Guys.
It does. Is Bigfoot like? Is Bigfoot's diet made up primarily of fucking tubers? I don't. See, we asked the potatoes if they've seen anything concerning Bigfoot because they have eyes everywhere. Get the fuck out of here right now.
Oh, jeez. And if you're looking,
I know, like I don't understand
yeah,
it.
I know.
I thought you were gonna say like Saskatchewan or something. Like, oh yeah, they're fucking
no,
going
like,
through Manitoba and Canada, like checking out all the forests. No, Idaho. I feel like I'm in Wayne's World. Oh look, I'm hunting Bigfoot in Idaho.
So Leo's been mentioning a Discovery Shows plus show he's been watching. Brandon, we talked about a show that's coming out this Friday. There's a series that has on their second season that just came out yesterday. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm gonna watch it probably tonight or tomorrow. It's the second season of Only Murders in the Building. and it's on
Oh
Hulu.
yes.
Yes, we watched both the two new episodes that they released
Oh
yesterday.
nice.
Oh, they released 2?
They released 2. You're in for a special treat. Oh,
Yeah.
also, yeah, I mean it's really good. Of course, it's a weekly show, you know,
Yeah.
that they release.
I haven't seen the second season yet. I'm really.
Oh yeah,
looking
no,
forward
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not gonna say anything. Other than, it's a murder mystery show, so it's gonna be a slow burn throughout the season.
Yeah.
And they've set up a fair amount already in these first 2 episodes. I can't wait to see where it goes. I will say this, and it's not a knock against the show. I'm just curious as to the longevity of it, like how they're gonna make it sustainable.
That's what I was curious when they wrapped up the first season and went to the second season. I was like, how are they going to continue with this? But then I saw the trailer and I was like, okay, there could be potential. But I'm either way, the plot, the characters, everything piqued my interest. So I'm curious to see what the second season brings. So very optimistic.
I think you'll be pleased with what they have out so far, Steve, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I don't have any 4th of July plans as I know of so far. So my probably gonna be knee deep in Stranger Things Volume 2 and then Only Murders in the Building.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Is Stranger Things Volume 4 Part 2 comes out this weekend.
Yeah.
So it's
I
2
caught up.
supersized episodes. You better get your ass caught up.
Yeah,
'cause I
pretty
wanna
much a
I want to
feature
fucking
film.
talk about this next week, Leo.
Yes, a feature film length type of episodes. Like it's gonna be, both episodes are gonna
Like an hour and 53 minutes and 2 hours and 10 minutes or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Funny enough, I was watching. I opened up YouTube the other day and I saw that Millie Bobby Brown was on some show. I don't
Hot
even
Ones.
know what.
The Wing Challenge show.
No, I know what Hot Ones is, dude. Like I watch Hot Ones. The guy's an excellent interviewer. I've actually been trying to learn from him. But no, she was on like some talk show and
okay.
Somebody said to her like, "Oh, Eggos or Surfer Boy Pizza?" And she was like, "Oh, Surfer Boy Pizza. I hate Eggos. I'm sorry, everyone. I hate them." And I was like, "Wait, hold on. How is Surfer Boy Pizza an option? That's not real. They made it up for the show."
No,
and then I searched it, and it turns out they made frozen fucking pizzas branded as Surfer Boy Pizza based on the pizza place in California where the buyers now live in Stranger Things season 4. And they were selling them at Walmart at any rate. And I found that they were selling them in a 4-pack, like large size pizzas, pepperoni only. And I was like, that is ridiculous.
I don't think you can find them because I've been
Cart
looking
and check out. And I'm getting them on Friday.
I've been looking for them everywhere. Was it online only?
I have no idea. I know that I got them online and they will be delivered Friday. I will give you my address if you want to drive up here from Connecticut. But keep in mind, with the price of gas, that pizza will cost you $120. Sorry.
Speaking of surfers, have you seen this? This is from 2015. This has been hitting the interwebs, most likely because of summer. 2015 surfing competition.
Is that a shark?
Yep, great white shark.
It seems kind of mediocre to me, but
I'll rewind it.
So was that guy attacked?
Yes. He was fine though. He punched it.
All right. There you go, kids. Punch sharks if they approach you.
Punch, kick.
Okay, cool. I mean, so this is from 7 years ago?
Yeah, it was when you mentioned Surfer.
Super timely. Like,
yeah. Well,
I'm not talking about you, Leo. I just mean like
I know, but this
you
was
like
all
be
over.
careful swimming. 7 years ago, ass shark showed up here. Okay, fair enough. I guess. I mean, you're in a warm climate with warm water. Feels like that should be top of the list for concerns to be.
Found it.
Yeah. Did you go to Walmart.com?
Yeah.
Well, so then there you go. It wasn't difficult.
I was literally just about to send it to you.
Is it like, is that the price you paid for it?
$49.90. Yes, that is.
Oh, no shit. Okay.
Yeah, it's 4 large pizzas. I did the math on that. You divide it by 4, it's $12.50 a pizza.
Okay.
I'm fine with that and the free shipping. I'll take it. And on top of it, I was like, I bought it and I was like, oh man, it's not going to be here till July 7th. That's fine, I guess. And then I got a message earlier today. They're like, hey, we got it shipped out early, so it'll be to you by Friday. And I was like, yeah, the fuck it will. Hell yeah. So I'm gonna have some pepperoni surfer boy. The only thing that sucks is my wife doesn't eat red meat or pork. And I tried to see if there was a cheese option, but pepperoni is the only thing that was available. So and pepperoni is like so greasy that there's no way I could just like pick it off the pizza and be like, look, I made you a slice. Nope.
Well, if it's frozen, you might be able to.
I'm intrigued by your ideas, Leo, and I'm kind of pissed that I hadn't thought of that already.
Yeah, normally, like you buy the pre-made pizzas, it's normally frozen, and it's fairly easy to take off the.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Because my wife doesn't like meat on her pizza either, and
they have pineapple and jalapeno.
Who has pineapple and jalapeno? On the Walmart?
Yeah.
Jalapeno on a stick.
I cannot stand nosy peppers. They always get jalapeno business. Puns! Food puns!
Yeah.
That's a spicy pun, gang.
Either of you, any of you watching I know you're not. I'm gonna bring it up anyway.
Oh no, ask away, buddy. Do it.
Secret Skinwalker Ranch.
No, because it's on fucking Discovery Plus, and it's
no. This is the History Channel.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Discovery Plus has it too, but they have the older ones.
So I wasn't exactly wrong. Skinwalker Ranch. No, this is the one. You talked about so many fucking different shows, and I know this is one of the ones that doesn't have Jack Osborne in it.
No.
But there is one episode.
Yeah.
there was a special episode. It's movie length.
No, it's pretty interesting. Skinwalker Ranch in Utah, but one of the so it's essentially a bunch of people that really aren't scientists and like one scientist that are doing like these investigations.
So a scientist and a bunch of other people.
Yeah.
So it's Gilligan's Island, basically.
Pretty much. But it was leaked today. Not today, the other day. The main scientist, Travis Taylor, that he actually works for the government for their UFO task force, ATIP.
Okay. What? Tip? Just the tip?
Yep, just the tip. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. So
I mean, so what is it they're looking for? Doing it Skinwalker Ranch again? Turn into werewolves or something? What the fuck? I can't remember.
No, they're trying to figure out what's going on. It's just a bunch of weird shit that happens there. There's been weird like anomalies, UFOs, ghosts, like large creatures, you name it. It's like a hot spot for like everything paranormal.
Okay. I mean,
it was
go tell your ghost story somewhere else.
The first season, the scientist I was just talking about, he was investigating this. They call it Homestead 2, and it's an old homestead that's all run down. And he opened an old well, and he actually got radiation burns from something.
Was it radiation?
Well, it was radiation. His radiation detector went off, and he had to go to the
Then why
hospital.
did he continue going down? Like,
I know, right? This thing is going nuts. I guess I better go down further to find out what's causing it. No, stupid.
No, he actually didn't go
You're
down.
wearing that thing to tell you to leave.
No, he only had to open a short time, and it's it was pretty messed up.
It was a very short time.
Yeah.
The amount of time it took him to get closer to it
Yep.
and then die. Wonderful.
But I watch weird shit, so that's
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely not up there with the normal stuff. That's, I
No.
mean, normal for you, most certainly.
nothing's normal for me.
I'm glad I was not drinking out of my bottle of water when you said that.
So Yo, what are you watching?
nothing at the moment.
No,
Nothing in particular. Like just
I
catching up with
know
what
not
I
now
can.
because you're here, but
Well,
like
I mean, yeah. No, like,
I'm watching 3 assholes on the screen in front of me. Not currently, Yo. No? Okay.
no, just
Okay.
catching up with episodes when I can. I definitely need to, watch Umbrella Academy because I love that series, but time is just not my friend.
Yeah. Well, you do your I don't want to say where you work because we are live, but they have some good hours coming up, right?
I mean, I work this weekend.
Oh, you do?
Yep. I get to be the manager on duty this weekend, so
Yeah,
nice.
get to be. You sound excited.
I mean,
You got,
yeah, exactly.
Did they give you have Monday off though, right?
Yeah.
Everybody have Monday off?
Yeah, I mean, it's
I
a
do.
trade-off for me. The where I work, I work in from home. That was adapted from an office environment, and for a large company, but it's a service industry. So if I have Monday off, that's great. I have Monday off, but then between my work partner and I, we switch off when there's a holiday in the week, and because you get that holiday off, but then you have to come in and work Saturday. So it's just a juxtaposition. I mean, you do get holiday pay on top of like the hours you're working and what have you, but because we can't skip, like out and out can't skip a day with providing service for our customers, it's necessary that we make that day up. It's not just for us, but for our workers, out in the sites and fields and stuff too. But like, yeah, I'm gonna have Monday off, but then I have to work Saturday. Which, all things being equal, working a Saturday isn't that bad, especially now that we work from home, because it's sort of like cooking with Ron Popeil. You just kind of set it and forget it. I mean, if I answer more than 5 phone calls in the course of a day and have to actually work a full 8-hour shift, I will be surprised. Genuinely shocked. Like, well, what? How did this happen? This makes no sense to me. Like, these people should only have like 2 orders apiece. Why am I here 4 still? No, I don't think any of that is going to happen. Like most of the fellows I work with, they will probably be done with every order they have to take care of out in the field, within several hours, I would say. Because they don't want to be there either. They want to fucking get everything done quick, fast, and in a hurry, and then just go enjoy the rest of their holiday week. Well, technically holiday weekend. So it's overtime for them too, and they crank it out and go home and just drink a few beers on the porch or whatever.
I'm off on the 4th. The human resources department I'm at they close on the holiday weekends, and they're closed on weekends. So
I guess humans don't need resources that day, huh?
no, they don't.
Fair enough. I asked the question, you answered it. I can't get mad.
I don't know if any of you are interested. You can definitely ask me about it after the broadcast. But my work is hiring again for our department, and most likely it'd be a remote position. So
I'm really good at working remotes. I have one here for my light. I got one over there for my TV, one for my fire.
But it's a project manager position.
No, I'm good. I like staying right at the middle where I am. It's
it's not managing people. It's project manager. You're managing projects. So
no, I understand that. I'm saying I do very well staying right in the middle. Like when it comes to work, like I do my job and I like to think I do it well, adequate to well. The second that you start going above or below that line, people take a lot more notice of you than you want, and they'll either get rid of you or they'll start trying to give you more responsibility, but for the same amount of pay. And just nah, dude. I'm good right where I am. That's the sweet spot. Like, hey, Brandon, why don't you want to do like I've been asked this in the past. You're like, oh, hey, why didn't you want to do this? Because I like my job. But you could have applied for this. Yeah, but I like my job. But it's like it's a little bit more money and responsibility. I'm like, yeah, see, the money part sounds great, but the extra responsibility that goes along with it, I know that is out of like complete disproportion to the money that you're gonna offer. Like, oh, it's $3 more per hour. Okay. And what do I have to do? This whole laundry list of things. Like, nah, I don't think so. I think if you do the math on that, you just broke that down to like, I get paid 2 cents for everything you just fucking listed. I'm all set. Nah. I'm cool. Like, just right in the middle. I'm the jelly in that peanut butter bread deal. I'm good.
Yeah, same.
I totally get that, and it's and I understand. Like my work, they always want you to it's all about trying to like grow your career. So they always want you to be doing like they call it like on the side of your desk projects. So it's like
the only thing I keep on the side of my desk for a project during the day is a fucking sandwich. People are out of their minds. No way. Like, I mean, honestly, I've seen what like the people who become like supervisors and managers and stuff go through my work, and I'm like, I don't know that that's worth it. Yeah. And then you see people like go for the job, and I'm like, why? Why would you do that? I don't like. You get fucking pissy and stressed out over the job you have now, and their job is your job plus. I don't get it. Like, what do you think they're gonna give you that's gonna make that work for you? I don't understand. No, I've settled into my role and I've gotten really good at what it is I do. And that's perfect because like nobody thinks twice about you being good at your job until they start looking at your reviews and go, oh wow, like you're good. So therefore I don't have to worry about people pushing me to do anything else. I get to the end of my year and I have a very good, open, earnest, honest conversation with my direct supervisor. We review. We look at things that I wanted to work on during the year and I did, or maybe I didn't get to it as much, determine how everything looks. And then I end up, getting whatever raise they think is suitable. And, more often than not, the raise they think is suitable is the absolute cap they can give. So boom, I'm fine. I'll take it. You're gonna give that to me every year. Like, all right, it's not the best inflation fighter, but I'm doing my job and nobody's calling for my head or screaming like, hey, why don't we put Brandon Powers on it? No, don't put Brandon Powers on it. Brandon has enough on his fucking plate as it is. I don't want to do more shit for you. Like we're like a family here. No, we are co-workers. I can't stress that enough. Like, if I were to fucking leave this company or you were to fire me, and we never saw each other again, that would be
You'd be
okay.
okay with
Yeah, like I'm not gonna fucking jump in front of a bus and be like, no, I'll never see Mike again. Like, yeah, I don't work with a mic. Don't worry, gang. I'm not citing a specific person. It's just funny to me. But I mean, good job to anybody who wants to apply for the project manager position at Leo's work.
Well, I figured I just passed a word. So,
do you like projects? Do you like managing? Do you like managing projects? Well, then we've got the position for you. Fucking Captain America style. So, you thought you could manage a project?
That's insurance company's ass.
Oh, like a good neighbor. State Farm is there.
Oh my God! Did you catch the pictures of Captain America on Miss Marvel #1, the first episode at the Comic-Con?
I don't think so. No. I don't think so.
Passed by really fast, but there's like artist rendition.
Oh Jesus!
Of Captain America with a big ass. It's hilarious.
Oh damn! We barely touched upon it, but try to get to it because I know we're running here on time.
Oh yeah.
The Boys, like it was mentioned accidentally, but it is one of the things we wanted to touch upon.
Herogasm.
I mean, it was a good episode. I read the entire comic book series years ago when it was coming out, so I was already kind of like expecting it to be very different. No, not even fucked up. Listen, as fucked up as you think the episode Herogasm was of The Boys,
the comic is worse.
The comic is fucking out of its mind. Like, you have to understand, in the comic book, this is like a week-long festival for all of the heroes and villains. Like, it's not like a bunch of as they do in the show, a bunch of C-list, heroes get together and just fuck their brains out for a weekend. No, they literally have an island dedicated specifically for this festival called Herogasm, where they all just go there and do drugs and get drunk to the best of their ability and just bang each other's brains out all over the place. And like, there's still that same thing where they have like sex workers come in and they have to sign all kinds of deals and people do die and all this shit. And what Vought, whatever, tells the world is that all these heroes get called away to like some big fucking interplanetary war like you see in comic book story arcs. And so it's like no heroes for like however long it takes to defeat, so-and-so out in the outer rim of the Milky Way. And that gives them a free pass to do whatever the fuck they want on this island the entire time. And it's like, it's so fucking bad. And the show, like I watched the episode, I was like, okay, yeah, that was Herogasm-esque for sure. Like I said, it was a good episode and it worked for the show. But the whole story, it's actually a mini series in The Boys. Like it's not even part of the series proper. It's a 6-issue mini series alongside it. Like that's how much of the narrative was dedicated to it by Garth Ennis. And but that being said, it was done very well for the characters and the development and progression of them all. Jensen Ackles has impressed me in this season so far. I actually watched an interview between he and Michael Rosenbaum on his podcast.
Oh, what's in your head or something
inside
like
of you?
Inside of you. Okay.
Yeah. And he actually was talking about how he had, he's still friendly with Eric Kripke, showrunner on this and the creator of Supernatural. And I guess they were discussing like the Winchesters prequel show that's going to be on the CW. And Jensen Ackles, from what I got from context, was he's likely a producer on it. And so he was just talking with Eric Kripke, trying to get him to like finalize signing off on it, given the okay. So their lawyers and WB and whoever could take care of the rest. But he was like, hey, with Supernatural ending, I'm gonna need a job. And Eric Kripke was just kind of like, oh yeah, well, I mean, I'll keep you in mind for actually. No, you know what? I don't want you like for a bit part. I'm gonna send you something. I'm gonna send you something a little bit. Just get back to me tonight. All right. And he did. He sent him like a bunch of info and some sides on what he was thinking about, for dialogue on Soldier Boy. And Jensen Ackles read it and he loved it. And he was like, listen, I want you for the role and I think you'd be perfect for it. But there are other names that people are bandying about. We need to prove to them that you are the right person. And so he recorded himself doing like the prep sides that Eric Kripke gave him. And then Kripke gave him notes. And he ended up recording a total of 4 times. And that last time was what Eric Kripke brought to the brass and was like, this is the guy that's playing Soldier Boy. And they were like, yeah, okay, you got it for sure. We like it. But he was like, it wasn't handed to me. It wasn't something that was just like, oh yeah, come on over, buddy. You can play with us in this sandbox. I had to, he's like, I had to earn it. I had to work for it. This is not I have no problem with reading for it either. Like a character like this, why would you have a problem? I was like, it was cool. He had the right attitude. And just to see him play this sort of like dark mirrored side of Captain America. I mean, we don't get that too often. It's usually the whole evil Superman shtick that we've been seeing from Homelander this entire time.
Yeah, and he's been fucked up.
Oh man, so fucking bad. Although I mean, this isn't spoiling anything, but during the Herogasm episode, I didn't even catch it. My wife did. But Soldier Boy is like, I started this whole thing in the 50s. Me and Liberty, man, she was a firecracker. And Dara was like, oh my God, Liberty? And I was like, yeah, so. And she goes, that was Stormfront. I was like, oh my fucking God, it was. Liberty was Stormfront.
Oh.
Yeah, back when she like had the white cake like cloak and what have you, like, I didn't put 2 and 2 together on that. She picked up on it like right away. I'm like, duh, I'm really smart and remember things. But yeah, it was a good episode. I'm really curious to see where they're going with Huey and Butcher with the stuff they've been doing. I don't want to like ruin it for anybody that hasn't seen it, but they've been enhancing themselves to try to level the playing field. I'll put it that way. And I really want to know what's going to happen with Kimiko, the female of the species, because like the fact that she now has no powers and she's all jacked up, like I never saw that one coming. It's such a departure from the comic book series altogether that they're keeping me on the edge of my seat every week. I'm like, what's going to happen next? And more so this season already than maybe every other one before it.
Yeah, I totally get that. Like the other seasons, I enjoyed watching it, but I wasn't so excited for every Friday boys. But it's
here
I am every Friday. Got to watch it.
I mean, it really just goes to show how they took it, and I feel like they were kind of teeter-tottering. They didn't know exactly, like they had to find their footing altogether, and I think it's very firm where they've planted, and they know the stories they want to tell and how they want to tell them. That's very apparent from like the very start of this season, and that laser focus. It was a build up to it, and I think this season is a reward for having stuck with it through the previous 2. That's probably the best way to look at it. That's not to knock the first 2 seasons, but there's definitely a lot stronger stuff going on. I will say, after having watched this most recent episode, I started thinking about it, and I was like, holy shit, there's a lot of people from Eric Kripke's shows that are in The Boys that I did not realize. Like, I know the dude that plays Seth in it, he was one of the main characters, one of the ensemble for Timeless. The woman playing Victoria Newman, Senator Newman, she was also in Timeless. The guy who played like the Professor X type character that ran the cult that the Deep joined in the 2nd season, Goran Viznik. I'm sorry if I pronounced his last name wrong. But yeah, he was also in Timeless. Like he brought as many people over. We have Jim Beaver, who played Bobby Singer in Supernatural, playing Senator Robert Singer. It's just really cool to see. Little Easter eggs if you've followed any of the other stuff that this guy's done. But yeah, there's some shit that happens in this most recent episode that I don't know what they're gonna do.
I'm never looking at an octopus the same again.
Well, I have a feeling that the deep will look at octopi the same way every time.
Well, on that note, we should wrap it. Did you guys have anything else, or should we good?
No, I think we're good, man.
We're good. Yeah.
And Tom Moore says he eats aluminum cans. Thank you, Tom.
Apparently Tom's the goat.
That's better than matches.
Is it though?
Well, he also said matches taste good as well.
Mr. Powers, swallow these match heads or eat this aluminum can. All right, you got like a glass of water for the match heads? Or no? Okay. Every time.
Yeah. Well, if you enjoyed this episode, definitely head on over to thedorkening.com. You can find, all the shows there. We got about 40 shows on the network. A lot of awesome people doing a lot of awesome stuff. For me, just Google Leo Pond. Find a bunch of stuff. Could be true, could be not. I'm not going to say which is which. And with that, we'll randomly... Steven.
You can find our award-winning podcast, Super Rich Throwback Reviews, on all major podcasts and distributors and on the Dorkening Podcast Network. And I'm here every Wednesday. And you'll see me with these cast of characters at Terrificon on Terrificon Saturday. I think it's the 30th. I'm not sure which day. And I will also be running a Dorkening Podcast Network booth at a convention the following month. Stay tuned for more details.
Awesome. Brandon.
Hey, yeah, you can follow me. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that, gang. You can follow me on Twitter at Brandon's Powers and Instagram at this Brandon Has Powers, as well as seeing me here every week at Wednesday night at 9 p.m. You could also come on over to Facebook, check out the Powers Combined group. We're a bunch of dorks that just get together and share memes, good times, info. Our number one rule is don't be a jerk. If you violate that, you will be kicked out immediately. Aside from that, I also am part of the now like fresh off the podcast press. That's good podcast is Comics Paradox, in which Leo Pond, Justin Cooper, and myself talk about different issues of Elseworlds and what ifs, different alternate reality like storylines and such, and just kind of pick them apart and talk about what we liked and what we thought was weird and goofy. Some of them are great and some of them are fucking terrible, and that's actually half the fun. And as well as the Dork Night, which is also with Leo and Justin Cooper, in which we talk about all things Batman. We discuss it all different mediums too. And we're doing those every other week. So you'll get Dark Knight one week and Comics Paradox the next. And it's just a lot of fun all around. So keep your eyes open for that. I know it's on Spotify for sure, but
I think iTunes already now.
Oh, good. I can't say like wherever fine podcasts, blow, because I that could be two places and I'm full of shit. But yeah, so like I said, Comics Paradox and the Dork Knight, that's been our baby for the past like while, and we finally have decided to let it go out into the world.
Oh yeah, and so new episodes every
Sunday at 8 p.m. right?
8 a.m.
Oh, 8 a.m. I get confused by night and day. I'm an eighth Alaskan.
Yo.
Mine's is gonna be super short. I feel bad. But just Yo St. Laurent on Instagram is where you can find me. And of course, you can find me here on Wednesdays.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool.
The important thing is we know to find you here on Wednesdays, Yo-Yo.
Yes.
That's if we didn't tell people that, they wouldn't know it.
By the way, the Dork Knight and Comics Paradox are still in draft mode on iTunes. So iTunes has not given us the go ahead yet. But it is on Spotify. It's actually a bunch of different places. So Amazon.
Yeah, it is on Amazon as well. That's right. Spotify was the first one I pulled up, and I was like, because it was the first time I had actually heard any of the episodes. I was like, oh, thank God it came out well. I was really nervous, like listening to the first episode. I'm like, how bad is this fucking thing gonna be?
No.
And then it was pretty good. And I was also looking at the episodes. I was like, oh, it looks like we're going very Superman heavy for a while. It's not the case on the whole series by any stretch, though. Like, I was like, oh, look at this, Superman. What if Superman? people might think we're focusing on a theme. I don't know.
With that, we'll catch you guys later. Bye.
Have a good night, everybody.